The final home game of any college football season is cause for celebration. Senior Day, a perfect way to celebrate and remember all of the accomplishments of this group of leaders. Welcome to Memorial Stadium, Lincoln, Nebraska, and home of the Cornhuskers. As we'll see a squad from the Big Ten, the Baylor Bears, taking on one of the participants from last year's playoff, the Nebraska Cornhuskers. For EA Sports, I'm Reese Davis, Jesse Palmer, and David Pollack with me. Guys, can't wait to get this started. The Cornhuskers will get us underway with the opening kickoff. He'll bring it out. It's Williams. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get... There, make the stop at the 19. This place is roaring, and it's going to be so hard to operate under these conditions. Looking for a gap. It's Cook. Nifty run there. Pickup of 6 out to the 25. Guys, when you think about the big picture for Baylor, really interesting matchup here. It's always fun when the top two teams in the conference get to square off in the regular season. With all the expansion, it's become a little bit of a rarity, hasn't it?
It has. Obviously, there's so many teams in each conference, but head-to-head still very much matters. So if you're sitting, obviously, at the top like these teams are, the head-to-head this day will really matter down the road.
Yeah, this was a game we circled way back in the preseason, expecting these two teams to be as good as they are, and now we get to find out who's the best in conference. Both these teams relishing this opportunity to show not only their opponent, but the rest of the conference who the top dog is.
On 3rd and short, they'll try to convert through the air. Tight end finds a soft spot. Love to see these 3rd down conversions on offense, and they're out to their own 39-yard line. 3rd and short, and I guess the only thing they really took out of play in the shotgun was the quarterback sneak.
Yeah, and that's kind of what I like to do, Reese. I mean, 3rd and inches, I want to run the quarterback sneak, run the football, but this team fully comfortable throwing the football, and you see why. Easy pitch, easy catch, first down.
He gets rid of it, but I don't think they're going to let him get away with that. Nope, here comes the flag. Let's see what they've got on second down. Back to pass. Got it in the middle. It's Smith. And they're able to get him on the ground.
And a nice job working the middle of the field. I think it's so important to keep defenses honest, and you can't just dink and dunk outside. You got to work the middle. Great job finding this wide receiver over the middle of the field.
Third down, and the Husker faithful getting loud, trying to make moving the chains impossible. Looking downfield, and he needs a bunch. Intercepted, and the first drive ends with a pick. Looking for more.
Well, statistically, this defense is not one of the better units against the pass. They're trying to change that here today. What a great job tracking the ball down, making a play on it, stabbing it out of the air for a big interception early. That should be massive for their confidence.
This offense has it with really good field position. They'll send the tight end in motion. On the move, it's Hill. Stopped at the 13-yard line as they try to turn this into points. Operating in the red zone here on second down. Quarterback making checks. Dropping back, it's Cruz. Grabbed behind the line, it's Green. Oh, he just handled it poorly, and it's a fumble. How about the shot of adrenaline and the increase in the pulse rate when you see that football squirt out like that, and then it just rolls harmlessly out of bounds?
Did you see all those defenders? You see how quick they got their heads wrapped around? They were trying to find that ball on the ground. They had a lot of bodies running over, diving, trying to get on top of that football inbounds. I'll tell you, I love the effort. They're still trying to create takeaways. Man, they almost came up with a big one there.
That's not quite going to be enough as they stop him 4 yards short of the marker.
Well, it's a nice job tackling that defense. I know one guy missed, but you saw the effort. Other guys coming and flying to the football. They knew how big that third down was. They had to get the stop to give themselves a chance to now get off the field.
Fourth down and 4 yards to go. The offense will try to get it. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Makes the grab on the left. They stop him short of the marker, and they'll turn it over on downs.
You know, offensively in that situation, fourth down, you're throwing for it. Everything has to go right, or someone just needs to be able to make a play to keep the drive alive. They couldn't get it done, and now the offense is coming off the field.
Here comes the Baylor offense back onto the field. They turned it over with an interception on their first drive of the game. We're still looking for our initial points of the game. Finds just a bit of room. He'll pick up a couple to the 11.
That's a really good job by the defense, wrapping them up, getting them on the ground, take away that run game, make them one-dimensional, put them in passing situations. Really good job by the defense.
They've got them pinned deep in their own end, and this crowd trying to help keep them there. Looking to fire. Pocket breaking down. Finds his big tight end. He almost picked up the first down on that one, but he'll be just a little bit short. Look, you can't take away everything, right? So you give them that and rally and make a solid tackle.
Yeah, and a lot in zone coverage, I like when I can get all the eyes on the quarterback. I like when I can see the routes and see him develop in the middle. And you could tell they had keys on the tight end. He wasn't going anywhere after he caught that football.
They'll run for it on 3rd and short. He gets it oh so close to the first down marker, but I think he's going to be a touch short. They're in their own territory, but they only need a few inches, and this is why you square your prominent jawline and go straight ahead to get it. Big man has it. It's a first down and more. And they reacted well to the completion, but it was too late to keep them from getting the first down.
Well, that tells you a lot about their confidence in this quarterback. 4th down early in the game on your own end, and you go for it, but when you make decisions and throws like that, it's easy to see why.
Looking to throw on 1st down. Grabbed behind the line. It's Cook. And the big defensive front wins the battle. No gain on that play.
I know a lot of people are going to look at that play and say, man, that was a bad play. Didn't gain any yards. But that could be the offense maybe setting something up. The play caller is going to remember that last play. He's going to remember how the defense reacted to it, made a quick tackle. They might pump that throw and then hit another player vertically down the field for an explosive play down the line. Just keep that in mind.
Wants to go up top. Throws to the wideout. Grabbed in the middle. It's Smith. And he gets it to the 45-yard line, and that'll be a first down.
I know we're a long way up here in the booth, but guys, y'all remember that ball you could throw that whistled? That thing was whistling. It had so many RPMs in it.
As they get set to snap it, just about to reach the end of the quarter. Looking to throw on 1st down. It's complete to the right. Oh, he's got some space. Defense there to get him out of bounds as he gets it down to the 48. Defense has dominated the early part of this game, and the stats point that out emphatically. Well, based on that, we can hope to see a little more offensive explosion here in the 2nd quarter as we get ready to get things started. And the Bears with myriad options after that big pickup on 1st down. Back to pass on 2nd down. Grab near the marker. It's Cook. Bounced out of bounds at the 43-yard line.
Well, one of the things you love about this running back is not only can he run between the tackles, but he's also a weapon in this offense catching the football.
The Bears have it with a 1st and 10. To throw again. Under fire. And he's left with no option. He just threw it away.
Know the situation, know the game of football, right? When I start to get outside the pocket, I don't see anything there. I can throw the ball away. I don't have to take a sack, get a lost yardage play. I can just throw the ball out of bounds as long as it passes the line of scrimmage. We go on to the next down. No harm, no foul.
They're dealing with a 2nd and long. Motion from the wide receiver. Trying play action. That's caught. It's Cook. He's close to the 1st down, but they're going to mark him just a little short.
Well, look, I know this guy is not the biggest running back in college football, but boy, is he dangerous, right? He's so shifty. He's hard to bring down. It's a good idea to get him going in the passing game. Put him out in space. Let's see what he can do.
They'll try to pick up the first through the air. Fires to the wideout. It's caught downfield. That'll be enough for a 1st down, and they've got it at the 16-yard line.
When you're a playmaker like this guy is, your coaches are going to dial up plays intended for you, especially on third down. That's what you saw in that last play. There was no question where the quarterback was going with that football. All week long, they decided on the biggest downs of this game, we're going to target our best player, and we're going to make sure that he gets looks. It doesn't matter what the coverage is, and you saw it right there on that play.
Going to work in the red zone, they can't pick up the first down without getting it into the end zone. Linebackers trying to create some confusion. Pulls it and fires to the left. And he strides his way into the end zone. Touchdown, Baylor!
Really nice job working the route and getting himself open. He was able to locate the football, snag it out of the air, and this guy now has 5 receiving touchdowns on the year.
Getting set for the extra point after putting the scoreboard to work for the first time. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Fellas, it has gone final in the ACC, a matchup we've been keeping a close eye on. Auburn escaped with the victory, and I say escaped. Look, in college football, teams will take any win, but I think those Tigers fans there today could have done without this one being so close. Never know what can happen when two good teams face off, but even the most plugged-in ACC fans have to be surprised by this one, fellas.
Hey, Kevin Connors keeping an eye on everything all over the country. Sounds like they had a good one there. The Cornhuskers ready to go back to work on offense. They're looking for something, looking for anything to try to put some kind of score on the board, down 7-0. Makes the catch on the right side. Turning on the Jets. And they'll run into the end zone. Touchdown, Huskers.
One of the things I love about this quarterback, David, is that he keeps his eyes downfield when he gets outside the pocket. He might have had an opportunity to take off running with that, but he knew he had an opportunity for an even bigger play. How about the run after the catch?
And that's great. You love that about the quarterbacks, but it's so frustrating when you got a guy that just breaks the contain of the pocket, breaks down your defense. Now you got to cover longer in the back end, and you can tell he comes free, he sees him, catches it, and walks right into the end zone.
And let's see what kind of ball plays this offense has ready. Hold it, finds his man on the left. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
I mean, getting suffocated right away. How about the DB? Just seeing that initially, pulling the trigger, getting to him, get him on the ground, get the tackle for him.
Try to make up for some of that lost ground on second down. Grabbed over the middle. It's Williams.
And there you see the arm talent by the quarterback. Throwing a curl route into zone coverage, you've got to get the ball there quickly. And you saw the cannon this QB has.
And the Bears come to the line on 3rd and short, trying to keep the drive alive. On 3rd and short, the power run here. They knock him down, but he's got enough to get it across the line and pick up the first down.
And that's got to feel good if you're the offense, because 3rd down has been a bit of a problem all season long, but you love the way they're executing at this point, finding ways to keep the chains moving.
Wants to throw on 1st down. Buys a little time with his feet. Snares it outside. It's Cook.
Guys out of the backfield now, it's not just run the ball downhill anymore. You got to be versatile. I got to be able to trust you in the pass game, and I got to be able to throw you the football, and you can do that right there. I know you're going to catch it, and I can depend on it.
Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on 2nd down. Back to pass. Trying to beat the D deep. Makes a grab at the 25, and there's room. Touchdown, Bears! Hauled that baby in and then strolled into the end zone for the score.
Man, how hard is it to defend when you have a weapon like this at running back that can play wide receiver? You can design ways to get the football in his hand. Palmer, once you get it in his hands, he'll do the rest.
Yeah, no doubt. I mean, and oftentimes those are easier throws for quarterbacks. And these running backs, they're just naturally so good when they have the football out in space. Their vision, their creativity, their ability to make people miss. And this guy shows you right there a difficult guy to stop now if you're this defense moving forward.
That ball skips through the end zone. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 25-yard line. They've got a little time here to put together a productive drive late in the half. Wants to throw. It's Cruz. Caught over the middle. It's Parker. Let's talk for just a minute about Nebraska. Top 5 up to this point is really good. It's staying there as we get closer to the playoff. It becomes a huge challenge.
They just need to focus on winning right now. They're in position as a top 5 team to reach the college football playoff, but you've got to keep winning, and that's got to be the mindset.
Going for the big play. Grabs it up to 25 in stride. And he just kept running, and he ran away from the crowd, and he'll take it in. Touchdown, Cornhuskers. The extra point here would tie the game.
One of the reasons this offense is so exciting to watch, they've got guys that are dangerous after the catch. And if this quarterback gets through his progression, David, hits you in stride, these guys will take it to the house.
Man, it's your job to do the rest, right? You hit me in stride where I don't have to stop running. I don't have to break down. It makes it so easy, the connection between quarterback, wide receiver. You can tell this is a good one, and that's why they got 6 on that play.
He found some really good running room on that one and just about got loose. As it is, good return to set up the drive. Let's see if they can get something going here late in the half. To the air on first down. Catch in the middle, it's Turner. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain. The Bears will hustle to the line. To the air on second down. Flushed out of the pocket. Fires on the move. He's got an open man. There he goes. The 10. And he eluded the defense, and he'll take it all the way. Touchdown, Baylor!
Quarterback's abilities to read the field is huge, and also the anticipation, the timing. To be able to throw the football, Jesse, and hit a guy in stride so he can get run after the catch and get in the end zone, that was a nice job by the quarterback.
Yeah, it's critical, David. And listen, a lot of times, touchdown passes aren't thrown into the end zone. You've got to read the coverage, hit the open guy, and let him do the rest.
Bounces through the end zone. It's a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 25. No reason to be in a big rush. They have some time here late in the half. Looking for a man. It's Cruz. Good timing on the quick out. Gets it out to about the 35-yard line. That's where they'll mark him out of bounds in this offense trying to put something together. Ball is at the 35. It's 1st and 10. Movement from the linebackers trying to mess with the offensive line's assignments. Quarterback making adjustments. Looking downfield on first down. Oh, does he turn that loose down the middle. And it was worth going for a chunk play, but the long pass is incomplete.
Well, they hooked up already once for a score today, so the quarterback's going back to him again deep down the field, but it falls incomplete.
Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. Wide receiver going in motion. Trying to make that rush think on the draw play here. Finally corralled, but not before. He picks up the first down. Clock stops momentarily for the first down. They'll hurry to the line. Wants to go up top on first down. Throws toward the end zone. And it's intercepted in the end zone. No, he's out of bounds. Oh, so close to stopping the drive a turnover in the end zone. Backed up now. Here's 2nd and long. Misfired on the last play. They'll go back to the air. Caught in the backfield. It's Hill. Not a whole lot of room there on that screen pass as it just never developed. Timeout called by the defense. It's their first of the half as they'll go to the sideline and try to make adjustments. It'll be 3rd and long. Quarterback adjusting the pattern. Off play action. Bringing the heat. He gets the job done, picking up the first down, then getting down. The Huskers want to move quickly. Takes the handoff. It's Reed. We'll give him a couple on that one. 2nd and 8 coming up.
And you want to run the football. That's okay. You'll take some of these. But if they start to add up down the road, obviously, you might want to think about airing it out a little bit.
After picking up a couple, it's 2nd and 8. To throw, it's Cruz. Unloads to the right. He's got it. He hauled that one in and got it down to the 15-yard line. And the Huskers will snap it on 1st and 10. From the red zone, he's going to throw it. Got it in the middle, it's Mills. He's all the way down to the 2-yard line. Just spectacular execution there. We've got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. Wants to adjust the pattern. Looking to throw. Touchdown, Nebraska! Quick strike through the air for the score.
Great job of execution in the passing game. QB and his target on the exact same page.
And it's blocked. They put together a 74-yard touchdown drive, and it was finished off with a 2-yard touchdown toss. They're set to kick it off. You think this crowd's going to get loud when their defense comes on the field? From inside the 15, here comes the return. He's brought down after a good return, gets it out to the 31. One more snap coming before halftime. Looking to throw on 1st down. Grab near the sticks. It's Turner. They get him out of bounds. Couple of yards short of midfield. They'll mark it at the 48, and this offense is rolling. Guys, you never want to sound the upset alert bell too early, but might be time to at least know where the button is for it.
Know where the button is, and listen, there's no need to panic yet, but if you're the unranked team, just like this, when you're playing a better team, you want to come in and you want to hang around. Hang around, Jesse, and they're doing just that, staying in this game.
A shot toward the end zone. It's incomplete, and they tried to finish this quarter with a bang and couldn't quite connect. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin in our halftime update. Just about set to get this second half underway. He almost kicked that thing out of bounds, but it made it into the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. And here comes the Nebraska offense back onto the field. Tight game as we start the third quarter, and we'll see what type of adjustments they made at halftime.
And getting the ball first here, I think, is such a big deal. Like, I get the first chance to make a statement, to make the adjustments, to create some momentum for my squad right here in the third quarter.
Yeah, I think it's so important for this offense to set the tone here early in the second half, to get a nice drive going, build that confidence, and get your defense ready to come on out, get a stop, and change the complexity of this game.
Makes the catch. It's Mills. He's really close to that first down marker, but they stop him just a bit short.
My old coach said you'll never go broke taking a profit. Take what's there, take the positive yards, and never complain.
The Cornhuskers really need to keep this drive alive on third down. The offense changing the play. Looking for a man. It's Cruz. Intercepted for the 11th time this season. He goes down after the short return, but what a play to get the football back.
And this ball looks like it just got away from the quarterback. I think he made the right decision. He was going to the receiver that seemed open, but just not very accurate on the throw, and that leads to the interception.
Baylor has it back, and here comes the Bear offense. Trying to start the drive with a pass. Finds his big tight end. There he goes. Slippery slide. Find his way and ran away from the crowd into the end zone. Touchdown, Bears!
It's so nice to have these big playmaking tight ends that are basically oversized receivers. Make a play down the field to him, huge catch radius, makes the play, and then I love the run after the catch. These guys can do this nowadays. He does the rest of the work and gets into the end zone.
To the end zone, and it's picked off.
2-point plays, the windows are very small to throw into. That time he just tried to force it into a tiny window. It ended up being picked, and the offense comes away with no points.
The kickoff unit is out there, and boy, did that last drive quiet this crowd. The kickoff bounces through the end zone. They'll bring it out to the 25. The Cornhuskers ready to go back to work on offense. One of the most valuable things a quarterback can have, David, short-term memory. Just forget that last pick.
You're dang right. Clear.
There he goes. Out of bounds at the 43-yard line after the huge pickup.
Well, how about the offense setting that play up? We've seen earlier in the game a couple of shorter throws, just trying to suck those safeties closer to the line of scrimmage, anticipating that they would get an opportunity to take a shot. They called the perfect play at the perfect time right there.
Off the play fake on first down to throw. He's going to let one go back to the middle. Throws it back across his body, and what do you think happened? Intercepted. Good gain on the return, and this defense has set them up with a big play.
Well, coming out of the tunnel in the third quarter, this quarterback now is really struggling with his decision-making. 2 picks here in the third quarter. This looks like Jekyll and Hyde from what we saw in the first half.
Well, and the bad thing is they're going to be in passing situations. They're coming from behind. They're going to need him to play better. Like, he's going to have to read the field better and make some plays if they want to get back in this football game.
They'll run the RPO and throw it right. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker. And the Bears in a good spot here with second and short. Looking to fire. Rushes on him. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled
pressure. It affected his accuracy, and that's why the ball falls in.
Third down, and the Husker faithful getting loud, trying to make moving a change impossible. From the gun, they'll try to impose their will. Now they'll really try to get this drive going. Good execution on third down as they have it 1st and 10 at the 31.
Well, their defense did a great job deep in their own end, right? Getting the turnover on downs. And now the offense is starting to pay that off. On the third play of this drive, third down, they're able to run it, pick up the first, they stay on the field, and they're going to try and churn this thing out.
Makes the grab. It's Turner.
Yeah, and you see running backs in today's football, they play wide receiver basically for you, but you got to find a guy that you can throw it to, and you know he's going to catch the ball consistently.
The Bears can play this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. The play action fake. And the pass is incomplete thanks to a big hit. Come to the line on 3rd and short, hoping to keep the drive alive. He's looking to throw on 3rd and short. Caught in the backfield, it's Cook. He ended up losing yardage on the play, and that'll bring up 4th down. They were banking on the yards after the catch, but that went into the negative column.
Yeah, and I'm banking on the ball coming out quick. When I'm a defense and understanding 3rd and short, understand they're going to throw the ball really quickly, try to make a play. The defense knew it, broke on the football, made a nice tackle to force a 4th down.
The Bears will punt it away on 4th down. First time today we've seen a punter go to work. That thing was down for a while, but the big bounce carried it into the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. And here comes the Nebraska offense back onto the field. That last drive was promising for a while, but you just can't mess it up at the end with the pick, Jesse.
No, you got to be able to finish drives, especially in this game if you're going to win. And, David, they've got to be able to eliminate the mental mistakes.
Yeah, and I don't think you...
He's loose on the right. They get him out of bounds. Couple of yards short of midfield. They'll mark it at the 48, and this offense is rolling.
And if I'm a defense, I got to find a way to get some more pressure on the quarterback or disrupt their timing and their rhythm. I can't give them these big chunk plays through the air. I got to be maybe a little bit more aggressive or do something a little bit different.
They go to the ground. And he's able to bounce off one tackle, but still not a whole lot of running room.
And I think this has probably been the most surprising thing of this game so far. This guy's one of the best running backs in the entire country. They just can't get him going. He's never been able to get into a rhythm. You got to give the defense so much credit because they have been able to shut this guy down, and they got to keep that up here in the second half.
Rides to the back. They are on the move down to the 32, and they pick up another 1st down.
When you're on offense, you see so much of this nowadays. You see misdirection. You see somebody flying across the formation. Why? To get the eyeballs of those linebackers, to get them to move out of a gap, one space. Works to perfection here. That's why they break off the big gain on offense.
Oh, they're after him. Couldn't find anybody to throw to. He'll just toss it away. It'll be 2nd down.
The bad news is it's incomplete, but the good news was the quarterback, I think, made the right decision that time, actually throwing it away. He's been burned a couple times early in this one with some picks in this game, and so that time, instead of trying to force the play and make something happen,
turning it on. Big pickup on the ground here to keep this drive moving and give them a 1st down. The Huskers in the hurry up. From the red zone, looking for a space. Unloads to the wideout. Touchdown, Husker! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house.
Every time we speak to defenses before they play this guy, they all know he's going to get the ball thrown his way. They always come up with creative and exotic ways to try to cover him in the back end, but they're never able to get it done. This guy just beats coverage time and time again. And with that last catch, that's now his 15th receiving score of the season.
Fielded in the end zone. It's Williams. They drag him down at the 22. He gambled for the big return out of the end zone and came up a little short. They'll snap this one to start the drive from their own 22. Off play action on first down. Pulls it in. It's Cook. And just a short, safe pass play. They pick up a few. Well, they made the grab, but the doors closed quickly after that.
And I like this. I want to find my running back, but man, he's got to do a little more damage after the catch. I need a stiff arm. I need a spin move. I need something where he can make that guy miss and pick up a bunch of yards and maybe get a big play out of it.
Tight end in motion. See how the D reacts. Handoff from the gun. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
Well, you got to give the defense credit. They knew a big key in this one was slowing this dude down, especially after how well he played the last time out. They have been swarming him. They have been gang tackling him and getting a lot of penetration up front.
The black shirts looking to this crowd, and they are delivering energy on this big third down. From the gun, wants to pass. That's caught. It's Cook. Good tackle there to stop him short of the first down. It'll bring up a big decision. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Boy, if they don't convert this fourth down, there will be questions to be answered. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Caught near the sticks. It's Smith. And he'll move his way forward to the first down. They'll mark it at the 35.
And they're showing you their intentions early in the game. It's fourth down. You're in your own end. We're going to be aggressive, and we're not just going to do this early. We're going to do this all game long. Awesome execution on a critical down.
And the Bears with the 1st and 10. The give from the gun. Not a whole lot of room there. 3 yards maybe. 2nd and 7.
And the defense doing a great job committing to the run. When you commit to the run like this, obviously you can give up some plays in the passing game, but you got to stop the run first.
He misses his man. The accuracy just not what it needed to be on that play.
Well, it's a nice job by the quarterback getting the ball out of his hands quickly on that RPO. He saw something he liked, just not on the same page with his receiver.
Final play of the quarter coming. Third and long, and he'll try to throw for it. High coverage and an incomplete pass. The defense knocks it away and forces a 4th down.
And that's just what this defense needed. They needed to get a stop here in the third quarter. They've given up a lot of plays, a lot of points, a lot of yards. Needed to get a stop and try to get this ball back to their offense.
The Bears will line up to punt it away. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. Hunt will bounce out of bounds, and they're going to spot it at the 25. What a ride. It's been through the first 3 quarters of this game. We are all tied up. Let's check out some stats. These two teams about to find out what they're made of as we open the fourth all tied up. They go back to work in the final period of this one. Back to throw, it's Cruz. He uncorks a bullet to the right. Makes the grab on the big throw. He goes out of bounds after the big play, but there is a penalty marker on the field. Let's see what that one's about. They want to throw it. Caught in the backfield, it's Mills. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few.
I don't know if that's the coverage you want to be throwing wide receiver screens against. Oftentimes, you want the receivers to have some access. You want the DBs to be off a couple yards so you can help set up the blocks and give the receivers somewhere to go with it. It's hard to run that against press coverage, and they only picked up a few yards there.
So now it's 2nd and long. Defense showing plenty of pre-snap movement of their own. Looking to the big tight end. And it'll be incomplete. This defense is physical and pass deep.
Well, the quarterback knew he wanted to go to his tight end on that play. He's a big physical target, but it was the hit on the play that forced the incompletion.
Now facing a 3rd and long. Might be changing the route. On 3rd down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. And the incomplete pass will bring up 4th down.
Well, they're trying to get the big fella the football in the passing game, but they haven't been able to do that yet. He is a really nice target with his size and his athleticism, but him and the QB, they just don't seem to be on the same page right now.
And the Huskers will punt this one away. They'll have to punt for the first time this afternoon. He's got it. Working his way on the return up to the 40-yard line before he stopped. Here comes the Baylor offense back onto the field. Another opportunity here. They had to punt it on their last possession, but this time tight game, hoping to get something on the board. Looking to throw on 1st down. Caught behind the line. It's Cook. No, sirree. Not this time. The defense was there and ready for that one.
Man, those screen passes, I want those defensive linemen to run right up the field, and I want to throw it right over their head where I got some space and I can get my running back going. That is the opposite of what happened right there. There was no space. He couldn't even get going.
2nd down, he'll throw it. He's got the tight end. And he'll step out of bounds after a very productive play. You know, David, this is really what game managing is. Nice pickup on 2nd down to help them on the next play.
Yeah, I think people look at that negative sometimes, finding a quarterback that's a game manager. No, you should bring it. Set up good situations. I'm way more successful when I can keep those sticks at a more manageable situation, and I'm not as predictable on a 3rd down.
That'll be enough for a 1st down as he crosses the 50 and gets it to the 48.
I like the running back there on the route and the patience he showed, really setting it up. He got to the defender, was able to put his foot in the ground, get some separation, catch it, and turn upfield for a 1st.
Wants to throw again. Got a man. It's Hill. And a good job of coverage by that defense. Just a short pickup.
And listen, I know that wasn't a huge gain. It was positive, but I like doing more of that in today's college football. I'm just going to try to give my playmakers a chance to do damage in space away from all the big boys inside.
Working well behind the sticks on 2nd down. Now the play fake. Just too much of a rush, and down goes the quarterback just behind the midfield stripe at the 49.
When it's a play-action pass, that quarterback really has to sell the fake. He can't tell his offensive his shot.
On 3rd and long, he's going to have to turn one loose downfield. Complete to the left. Breaks into the open. And they are pushing the ball down the field. A big pickup on that one, and the tackle is finally made.
This is a shootout. Both offenses up and down the field. They're generating explosive plays. It feels like which team has the ball last may win, but give the quarterback a lot of credit that time because, again, he saw a beautiful look to take a shot into, and he throws an absolute dime.
That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball. This crowd even louder now on 2nd down as they try to hold on. The crowd getting behind this defense as they try to get a stop in the red zone. Off the bootleg to buy a little space. And he was shooting for the end zone there, and they couldn't make the completion.
And I'm so interested to see how this young man responds, man. Like, he has been really good all game long. Put up some big numbers, but now it's prime time. It's a big moment. Can he step up in this spot? Like, make a big drive, make a big play for his team to maybe go win this football game.
Enormous play coming right here. 3rd down, and this crowd is bringing down the house. Looking to throw, and he needs a bunch. Shoots it to the left. He's got it. They'll get him stopped just short of the end zone, but they're in business here with a 1st down.
And they've trusted their QB to throw the football. And he's going to have to make plays. He's made plays throughout the day. This is now when you come up clutch in a big moment when your team needs it. If that's any indication, I like what I'm seeing.
And as time is dwindling away in this one, the offense is set up. 1st and goal, a great opportunity to get the go-ahead score. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield. The defense going to stop the clock for the timeout. They want to make sure they have everybody on the same page. Now 2nd and goal, and right in the teeth of this noise. Wants to go up top. Here's a heat. Good job to avoid the negative play and just get rid of that thing.
Decisions, decisions, decisions. If you're the quarterback right now, that's the most important thing. You cannot put the football in harm's way. Tie football game, wait. But with these timeouts in your back pocket, you've got an opportunity to drive the field and win this thing. You just cannot throw the ball to the other team.
Looking for the touchdown on 3rd and goal. Touchdown, Baylor! And they grab the advantage, taking the lead here in the 4th. Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible.
And they're able to score on a drive where they had to have it this late in the game, and they look to their playmaker on the outside to win that one-on-one matchup.
Big-time moments. Who do you trust as a quarterback? You could tell this was a big moment. He threw it to his big play wide receiver. He knew he would come down to it, and now the big play in the 4th quarter for the touchdown.
Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. The ball bounces through the end zone, and it will be a touchback. They'll put this one in play. 1st snap of the drive from the 25. He might want another play. To the air. It's Cruz. And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces 2nd down.
Well, the windows right now to throw into are getting smaller and smaller. How about the defender that time breaking on the ball? It was the hit that caused the incompletion.
What will they dial up on 2nd and a long way to go? back to pass. Right down the middle. Complete to the right. Stopped him at the 41, but that's a big pickup of 15. Wants to throw on first down. Here's a throw downfield late. He just about put this game away if he'd been able to hold on to that one. Instead, it's second down.
This really has been a masterclass by the quarterback with decision-making, right? We've already seen him throw multiple touchdown passes in the game. He's understood when to take his shots and when to throw it away when things aren't there, like on that last play.
They've got to move quickly here. Still a chance, but they've got to force the ball down the field. Quick release by the QB. Almost got it to midfield on that one. He's out of bounds, a yard short at the 49.
This quarterback right now is in a groove, and he's doing a nice job in pre-snap. He's reading the coverage, and he's getting an idea of where he wants to go with the football. That's why the ball's coming out of his hands so quickly, and that's why he seems like he's in a great rhythm right now.
No time to waste here. They've got to get set and pick up chunk yardage. Scanning the field, it's Cruz. Just threw that one away to avoid disaster.
Well, if that last incompletion's any indicator, it's going to be hard to convert this fourth and short coming up. You're trailing late in the game. You've got to come up with a big completion, but where are you going to go? Where's your best matchup here on this next critical down?
This late in the game, there's really no question about it. To have any chance to tie this thing up, they have to convert here on fourth down. Quarterback may change this route. On fourth down, looking to pass. Makes the grab, ready for the first down. And a big-time grab there. Knocked down immediately, but not before he gets it to the 40. Big drive for this offense late, trying to tie the game. They've pieced together a couple of first downs, and here they come again. To the air on first down. Oh, he's going to try to get it all here. Touchdown, Cornhuskers! And they take it in for 6 more points.
And in this situation now, if you're on offense, what do? You kick the extra point, tie it, and hope for overtime? Or are you aggressive? Do you decide to go for 2 right here and see if you can take the lead with just seconds left in the game?
And they are a mere extra point away from tying this game. And the extra point was good, and we are all tied up in the fourth. That is an efficient drive. 7 plays, 75 yards. And what a huge score and extra point there to get it tied in the final minute. Drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Starts a drive trying to go up top. Snagged in the middle. It's Smith. Timeout called by the offense. 24 seconds left on the clock.
It's a nice job running the in route there by the receiver. The best thing he did after he made his break, he didn't trail and fade away. He actually attacked the football. That's a good lesson for young receivers out there watching.
Picked up some yardage with that completion. Now second down. Back to throw, and he needs to make a play. The screen, he's got wheels. He finally goes out of bounds, but you better check that laundry on the field. So that penalty is going to cost them the first down as they back up, and now it's second down. Offense gets set for second down. Looking to pass, and they don't have a lot of time to work with. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge game if he could have held on.
Yeah, and that's fine. Listen, it's go time. Right now it's coming up on third down. You probably got 2 downs anyways. It's the fourth quarter. It's time for this QB to take charge.
Third down, and the Husker faithful getting loud, trying to make moving a change impossible. He's looking downfield to throw. The screen, and watch out. They stop him short of the sticks, and it'll be fourth down. Timeout is called with just 2 seconds left to go. Tie game here late in the fourth. They want to control the ball, and they're not going to punt it away. They'll go for it on fourth down. He'll go up top, maybe a deciding play here. He hurls one deep down the left side. Makes the grab, he's got a first down. Well, they just drained all the suspense out of the fourth down conversion, moving the chains easily. All right, guys, so here we go in overtime, and just to refresh everyone's memory, alternating possession starting on the opponent's 25.
And you want to play defense first because you want to know what you need. That's a key philosophical approach for most teams when it comes to overtime, David.
Yeah, and remember the rule change a couple years ago, too, and the second overtime and 2-point conversion. So all this stuff is situational type football that you better have worked on throughout these weeks of the season.
That last play changed everything on this possession. They've got it first and 10 inside the 30. Looking downfield on first down. They're working that left side. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the first down. I like this, taking the safe play, getting the positive gain, and seeing if you can build some momentum.
Well, and I think it's making the right play, Reese. That's where quarterbacks get in trouble sometimes when they get too aggressive and then they get behind the sticks a little bit. I see a lot of space, take advantage of it, get it to my running back, let him chew that up, and now it's easier on the next down.
Second down, they'll go to the air. Catch in the middle, it's Williams. He was working his way toward that goal line. They'll stop him at the 2 after the big play up top. I mean, just have a day already. He's right on the cusp of 500 yards through the air.
And I know he did an outstanding job all week long in practice, watching film and taking every rep seriously and personally on the practice.
Touchdown, Bears! They strike first here in overtime. He has been surgical, precision passes, using the scalpel, the fine instrument, rather than the blunt one.
And the defense has had absolutely no answer for him. Just, he's been down their throats all game long, a step ahead, understanding what he's seeing, and just destroying this defense.
Now on first down, they need to answer with a touchdown. They'll run it behind the big guys on the left. Pulled down after a nice run, and they're in the red zone at the 19. With a condensed field in overtime, if you can establish the run, it is a huge advantage.
Big-time advantage. You establish your physicality, come out the gates, put you in a positive way. Now, I can play action, opens the whole playbook.
The Cornhuskers with a second and short to keep this drive moving. Dropping back, it's Cruz. Zings it complete to the right. He steps out of bounds right at the 15-yard line.
Listen, running backs are They're not just running backs anymore. You're going to be a wide receiver in today's football, and a great job sneaking out of the backfield, getting them the football, letting them get some positive yards.
Making side adjustments here. Wants to go up top on first down. Quickly complete. And he'll step across the sidelines after making a good gain on that one.
This defense is going to have to be careful. Not only do they have to worry about this guy running the football, but they've got to keep their eye on him when he runs routes too. He is a versatile back.
They'll go to work in the air on second down. Pressure coming. And they get to the quarterback and knock him down back at the 16. The defense coming up big there, and the sack is great, but the secondary deserves some credit too.
No doubt. When you can cover like that in the secondary and drop back in your zone and only rush a few, and you feel comfortable getting home, and they're going to get to the quarterback, that is a great feeling, and that's fun to be a defensive coordinator calling the plays.
Third down in overtime, and they need to get it to the end zone. Trying to move the sticks on third down through the air. Quarterback now breaking the field. Couldn't find anybody open, just threw it away, and that's a smart move. You want to avoid the turnover, especially in the red zone. It'll be fourth down. One more stop by this defense wins it. Fourth and long in overtime. He wants to change this route. On fourth down, going to the air. Fires deep toward the end zone. And they pick it off. You can't give it away in overtime. And that will put a stamp on it. A game-deciding play as they seal it with a pick. You sort of think that over the years you get immune to these types of upsets, but this one is a shocker that might go on the list.